Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses, where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us again here today on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. A study of Black wealth, guys, a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. But not only that, guys, not only is it a book, it's also a club that you can choose to join as well. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, and join the club today. In the club, you're going to get financial literacy classes that teach you about money, personal development, and we also have a business development mastermind group. So you can start to get around like-minded people. We got a book club, of course, that's part of it as well. And that's on the first level. Second level, we're going to add in some opportunities for you to make some money, right? Opportunities for you to add a stream to your income, add a stream of income in 2019. And also, we have an investment club that we're now forming. We're in the midst of forming as we speak. It's going to allow you to learn how to make your money work harder for you than you work for it. We'll be in stock investing and also real estate investing. So that's an opportunity for you to go check out and decide whether it's going to be something that's right for you. Again, that's www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Now, we need to get right into this thing today because I don't have a lot of time today, but I really want to cover hopefully a lot today as we're continuing along in the book, Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice. And here's what I want us to understand. It really is a choice. Wealth is a choice. A lot of times your health is a choice. You can neglect it or you can do something about it. It's a choice. What you choose to do with your time, with your day, with your present has a lot to do with how your future is going to turn out to be. So if you look at your habits right now, are they leading you to where you say that you want to be? Because they could be different. You can say one thing, do another, right? It's a choice. I'm going to understand that Black wealth is a Black choice. So we're talking about enthusiasm. And today we're going to be covering the source of enthusiasm and then the three different steps to maintaining or adding fuel to your fire of enthusiasm. We're going to be talking about here today on New Black Wall Street Book Club. Think and Grow Rich, a Black Choice, Chapter 9, Enthusiasm, the source of enthusiasm. Let's read. You may ask if enthusiasm springs from the heart, from within. How do I go about generating it? Frank Bettger, one of the world's best-known salesmen, spent a lifetime answering this question. For more than 20 years, Bettger was among the top 5 salesmen nationally in a highly competitive insurance industry. During an illustrious selling career, he made more than 40,000 sales calls and developed many surefire techniques that helped thousands increase their sales volume. Because of his enormous sales success, he was called Mr. Enthusiasm by his peers. Frank Bettger said the key to enthusiasm can be reduced to 5 words. To become enthusiastic, act enthusiastic. To become enthusiastic, act enthusiastic. Now, here's what we learned yesterday or last episode was that, number one, that enthusiasm is contagious. It can get people that are connected to you to do things they normally wouldn't do just because you're enthusiastic. You can get them to come with you to wherever you're going to go. You can get them to buy from you. You can get them to show up for you. You can get other people to do a lot of things if you are simply enthusiastic about whatever it is that you're doing. Because although it should be common, it's really uncommon to find genuine enthusiasm in an individual that's so on fire that they light the flames or light the wicks of other candles in their, or light the lamps of other, light the light of other lamps wherever they go. My question is that you? Are you so enthusiastic, so on fire with genuine enthusiasm that you light other people up when they come around you? Many of us are cursed with mediocrity simply because we cannot, with simple honesty, become enthusiastic about our chief aim or purpose. Think about that. You got a goal, but you're not excited about it. Many of us have been taught erroneously since childhood to contain our enthusiasm, to suppress or quell our zeal. Then, as adults, through this habit of repression, we become inhibited and try to hide our enthusiasm instead of expressing it naturally. Not surprisingly, few of us are award-winning actors, and that's what it would take to act out an enthusiasm that we do not feel. Elmer Wheeler, during the 1950s, claimed the title America's #1 salesman, and an almost legendary reputation for enthusiasm stressed another facet of the same solution. Wheeler said, if you want to become the enthusiastic person, align yourself with a product, an idea, or purpose that you can become enthusiastic about. His statement, like Becker's, points you in the right direction. Effective enthusiasm. What's going on, Wakita? How you doing? Effective enthusiasm must be based on an honest opinion. Everybody put in the comments word below honest. It must be based on an honest opinion. Contrary to popular belief, people are not born with enthusiasm. It is developed by the correct combination of three very essential ingredients: interest, knowledge, and belief. Interest, knowledge, and belief. I say correct combination because these qualities must be developed in this sequence and progression. Interest, knowledge, and belief are the key words because of their close relationship. When they are combined with desire or purpose, they give one access to unlimited power. They give one access to unlimited power. Without interest, knowledge is lost. Our minds simply will not comprehend the facts. Without knowledge, there is no genuine or lasting belief, only superstition. And without belief, we never develop interest. If you combine both definitions, Becker's and Wheeler's, you're given a clear understanding of how to cultivate and maintain a newfound enthusiasm. Having done so, you will express an interest in ideas and products or services about which you will have knowledge and belief. This generates the power of enthusiasm. So, must take interest in that which it is that your goal, your chief aim. You must get some knowledge about it, get some know-how about it, and then you got to believe that you can do it. You got to believe that you can do it. Interest, knowledge, and belief. What's going on? What's going on, my man Peter? Interest is the first step to enthusiasm. Most people will agree that the first step to enthusiasm is interest. Certainly, enthusiasm is much easier to generate when it concerns something we like, something that draws our attention. What draws your attention, by the way? Of course, y'all know I'm interested in money. I'm interested in building wealth. I'm interested in building a money school. I know my interests. What are yours? I'm probably a little bit more than interested. I'm committed at this point. But it starts with interest. You got to get started. Start with interest. I'm committed at this point. I'm way beyond interest at this point. But hopefully you at least interested. Right? You ever put something up and you say, hey, I'm going to do this, and somebody be like, I'm interested. You're like, oh, that's cool. Well, when you going to come? Well, I was just only interested. I mean, I was going to come because they're not committed. They're just interested. Big difference. But at least they're interested. So at least you have some interest in that which it is you say you want to achieve. You actually have some interest in it. It's interesting to you. You like it. But is it possible to be enthusiastic about something we don't like or have little interest in? The answer is both yes and no. If you mean genuine enthusiasm, the answer is an emphatic no. You cannot be genuinely enthusiastic about anything without being interested in it. At this point, disbelievers seem ready to quit. They offer the following logic: I can never be enthusiastic about my job, my company, my product, or my present circumstance because I've lost all interest. On rare occasions, I've advised individuals to make a change. Everybody put comments on change. To make a change, either a vocation or location, simply because I felt they were in a place or field to which they were not well suited. However, in the vast majority of circumstances, the only change that was really needed was the one of attitude, not activity. Imagine the pandemonium that would exist if everyone who was not interested in his or her work or occupation suddenly decided to make a change or seek greener pastures. What is most startling is that interest can be inspired. Everybody put comments on inspired. Interest can be inspired. And I think that's what I do a good job of. Inspiring other people to become interested in their own money. Inspiring other people to become interested in actually having some money when they retire. Inspiring other people to be interested in getting out of debt. I think I'm doing a pretty good job of that. Inspiring other people to become interested about their own bank account. That's crazy. I got to inspire people to become interested about their own money, but that's just the world we live in. Somehow we get the idea that our interests are hereditary, that we're born with them as much the same manner that we are born with physical characteristics. This simply is not true. Interests are a social development of man, a byproduct of our environment and experience, and like habits, they can be changed. What I was interested in 20 years ago, I'm not interested in no more. I'm not interested in smoking weed no more. I'm not interested in drinking alcohol no more. I'm not interested in going to the strip club no more. I'm not. That's changed. My interests have changed over time. How can you develop an interest in something you care little about? Well, developing such an interest cannot be possible unless there's a reason. There's a reason why you should cultivate such an interest. Without motivation, there is no purpose. Imagine that you're in a line of work in which you have lost complete interest, but you can't bring yourself to switch jobs, fearing that you will be forced to start over. You also realize that you won't advance any higher than your current level unless you somehow recapture your former interest and enthusiasm for your position. You have good reason for developing an interest. That's motivation. And since you want to, you decide to do it. That's where it all starts. Wanting to do it. Wanting to get out of debt. Wanting to build wealth. Wanting to be a millionaire. Wanting to start your own job business. It all starts with a desire to want to do it. Because once you get that, baby, you might just actually do it. Now I say might because, see, some people still don't get committed to doing it, but you might just actually do it if you actually want to do it. Now, here's the deal. I want you to understand, and I had to come to grips with this. I had to be okay with this, that everybody don't want to be rich. That's okay. I do. Everybody don't want to be out of debt. That's okay. I do. It took me a while to realize. I was like, man, the way you living and you're broke, busted, disgusted, but that doesn't mean that they want to be free. What did Harriet Tubman say? Man, I could have freed more slaves if only they knew they were slaves. Everybody don't want to be free. Financially free. That's what I talk about. Everybody don't want that. And guess what? I'm okay with that. Woo! And since you want to, you decide to do it. That's purpose. The rest is fairly easy. Interest is nothing more than unsatisfied curiosity. The reason you lost interest initially is because you satisfy your first wave of curiosity and neglected to maintain a fresh mental outlook. Subsequently, you stop asking questions and seeking additional information regarding the situation or circumstance. But the moment your inquisitive nature resurfaces, you will immediately begin to rediscover interest. The steps to this process are straightforward. First, define your purpose. Everybody put in console, define your purpose. Now, of course, when we meet on our Tuesday sessions for personal development within the Black Billionaires Club, we're going to go deeper into this. We want to help those brothers and sisters who may have an interest in joining the club. They just haven't joined yet, okay? And we're going to do that for them today. They have an interest in joining the club. They simply haven't joined the club yet. They have an interest, though. Oh man, I keep hearing about that Black Billionaires Club. I'm thinking about it. I'm interested in it. Okay, we'll help them out today. All right, define your purpose, thereby creating motivation. See, for anybody that's been following for me for this year, at the very least this year, this is all I've been talking about. Too many people simply have not defined their purpose, and they're living. They're running around like a chicken with their head cut off because they are vague in nature and therefore they get vague results. Haven't defined it. One of my mentors I talked to today, he asked me, what are your goals? I told him exactly what I wanted to do. Exactly. This is what I'm shooting for. This is what I'm going after by win and all that stuff. I had 3 goals. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Didn't take long at all. I had to go, here. I know exactly what I'm looking to do, what I'm trying to accomplish. By win. Exactly. That's probably what helps me get up every morning and get more done in the morning before y'all get up. I'll be about halfway done with my day. And second, search for unsatisfactory curiosity that will help you discover interest. This is the key to developing the power of enthusiasm. Attitude is a motivating influence that will help you complete your task by searching for the challenges and possibilities inherent in a goal, no matter the obstacle or odds. No matter the obstacles or the odds, you make the quest for its attainment just as exciting as your favorite hobby or recreation. Knowledge. The second step to enthusiasm. Knowledge. Just as interest is a product of man's social development, so too is knowledge a product of his intellectual development. So first we got social, now we got intellectual. This is the second step in developing the power of enthusiasm. Though few of us are relentless in our quest for knowledge, the pursuit of knowledge never has been and never will be impossible. Regardless of educational background, we can acquire knowledge of any subject if our interest is great enough. Regardless, you can learn if your interest is great enough. In other words, if you really want to learn. If you really wanted to learn how to get out of debt, you would learn. If you really want to learn how to start that business, you would learn. If you really wanted to learn, if you really wanted to, you would do it. It wouldn't be nothing that stops you from doing, especially in 2019, when you got access to whatever you want to have access to. You got access to it. The question is, what is it that you really want to do? I mean, do you really want to keep going out on that corner? I mean, do you really want to keep shaking your ass for a few dollars? Is that what you really want to do? Is that what you're interested in? Ask questions, search for answers, pursue ideas until. Everybody put console until. Ask questions, search for answers, pursue ideas until you're convinced of their significance. Age, health, social position, or present conditions have no bearing on your ability to learn. If you desire specific knowledge in the field of your choice, search for it, find it, and absorb it. Knowledge is a crucial ingredient to enthusiasm because it determines direction in developing the power of enthusiasm. The degree of your level of enthusiasm is dependent in large measure on how much knowledge you possess on any particular subject. Why? Because knowledge is your protection against the assaults of doubts and fears and worries and indecision. Without knowledge, there is no real belief. Without knowledge, you will find your enthusiasm dimming with the first hint of weakness as you strive to reach your goal, as you encounter other suspicions, or your enthusiasm dies and interest is lost. Know all there is to know concerning your field. Know all that there is to know concerning your field. Know all. In other words, be an expert. In other words, be a leader in your field. Get to know all that you can know about whatever it is that you're interested in. Now, this is what's interesting. This is what I find very fascinating as I hear these words from Mr. Dennis Kimbro. And I think about a man named George Washington Carver, who he probably has so many opportunities to go do a whole bunch of stuff in agriculture. But you know what he decided to do? Get all that knowledge that he could get and learn about the peanut. And then he learned all he could learn about the sweet potato. And now we still talk about George Washington Carver today. See, I'm the type of brother who I want, when I'm dead and gone, y'all to still be talking about me 30, 50, 100 years later. I want my name and my birthday in the calendar because I'm going to be so focused on learning all that I can know about one particular subject instead of trying to learn everything about everything. Well, no, not even everything. Try to learn something about everything. Who cares about everything? What do I teach my parents? What do I teach people when they come talk to me? Become a specialist in something. Stop trying to be a jack of all trades. Be a specialist in something. Be known for something. Here's my question to you, billionaires. What are you going to be known for? I mean, Warren Buffett's known as the Oracle of Omaha. He's an investor. You know, Mark Zuckerberg is known for the creation of the social thing that we're using right now called Facebook. He's known for something. My question to you, billionaire, what are you going to be known for? Some of you guys trying to be known for everything. Not going to make a lot of money that way. Jeff Bezos, he's known for Amazon. What are you going to be known for? Trying to do everything well and doing nothing excellent. Let me say that again for the people way in the back. Trying to do everything well, but doing nothing excellent. You're not a person I call. Why? Because you don't excel in any particular thing. I call people who specialize in that which it is I'm looking for. If you do web design and that's your thing, that's what I'm calling you about. I don't call generalists. Oh, you just generally know how to do some of everything. No, I don't need that. I need the specialist. You get looked over and you don't even know. Because you think, I got all these skills. I got all these abilities. I can do all this stuff. No, what do you specialize in? What are you going to be known for? Oh, my goodness. When you really think about what he's saying, say, hey, if you're going to get to know all that you can know about one particular field, you ain't going to have time to be learning all the other stuff. Don't you know how much there is to know about that particular field? It never ends. It never ends. Always a new discovery, always new technology, always something new to learn. This is why you can't be in every field. Ooh, Lord. Know all there is to know concerning your field. Know the structure, the content, the advantages, the benefits, and weaknesses of your product or service. Once you do, you'll find yourself on the threshold of belief. Belief, the third step to enthusiasm. You'll learn that many lives have been changed because of belief and faith. Belief also plays a vital role in the development of enthusiasm. For example, though you know it's impossible to breathe underwater, you believe that man is not a fish only after you felt your lungs almost bursting from lack of air. It is impossible to be enthusiastic without belief and interest. It's emotional belief that releases the stored power of enthusiasm. So he's talking about intellectual and social development. Now he's talking about emotional development. Is the emotional belief that releases the stored power of enthusiasm. Your belief, like any other habit or trait, can be learned. You can acquire the technique of emotional belief just as you acquired the ability to swim, play chess, or ride a bike. None of us is born with the belief in anything. We learn to believe in our families. We learn to believe in our friends. We learn to believe in our religions. Above all, we learn to believe emotionally in ourselves. To create genuine enthusiasm, we must combine a kindled interest and acquired knowledge with the emotional impact of sincere, unequivocal belief. Now, I said this last episode. We're in year 2019. 2019. That means 2019 years since the carpenter for Galilee walked this earth. And we're still trying to get people to believe in themselves. I really want that to sit with you for just a second. 2019 years later, and we're still trying to get people to believe in themselves. Wow. 2019 years. And we're still trying to get people to believe in themselves. Nothing new under the sun, huh? Nothing new. That's why the message is so real and so true that nothing will change for you. Nothing, absolutely nothing will change for you until you change. For us in the Black community, spending all this time talking about what Gucci this and Prada that, makes no sense to talk about it if you ain't gonna change. There's really no sense in talking about it at all. All you had to do is just change. That change should already happen. It should already been happening. We've been talking about buy black for how long? I mean, it's at this point, it's like, what are we doing? Why are we still having conversations about the same thing? Because the same way that they still had to have the same conversation for 2018 years, we still had to have the same conversation from since we were released from slavery. Same conversation. Same conversation since New Black Wall Street. Same conversation. It ain't gonna change until you change. I'm telling you guys, once you get to a point where you just stop worrying, you stop concerning yourself with everybody else and what they doing, what they not doing, and you just simply so focus on what you can control, which is you, your whole world changes. Your level of understanding goes through the roof. Like, them people just ain't gonna change. As a matter of fact, you know what? I gotta say this because it's just on my mind. When I thought about this, I said, "Dang, this is really interesting. It's really fascinating that there's been more energy. Listen to this. There's been more energy in our community going towards talking about what we don't want. In other words, there's been a whole bunch of likes, shares, engagement, participation in the conversation about what Gucci did, right? Or Prada did, right? But when we start talking about what we can do, what we should do, not much conversation. And I'm simply saying it because most people simply love to debate. They love to fight. They love drama. That's enticing to them. When you start getting to the solution, oh, you get crickets. Oh, do you want to talk about how broke you are? You want to talk about how you don't have no money? You want to do that all day. But then when we start talking about, well, here's how you can get some money. Oh, no, I ain't doing that. Well, what are we doing? Why are we even having a conversation? Why would I even waste my time having this conversation with you ever again in life? Because a fool and his money will soon part ways. You want to keep talking about what you don't have. I'm sitting here telling you how you can get it, but you don't want to hear that. You don't want to have that conversation. You'd rather sit over here and keep talking about what you don't have. Keep complaining. It's just insane. I mean, my goodness. You don't really want help. You want more people to find pity, and you can have a pity party. Misery loves company. I'm not participating. When you're ready to change, when you're ready to get your money up, when you're ready to build wealth, when you're ready to buy black, then now we can have a conversation. We can actually commune together. Other than that, Mr. Telephone Man, there's something wrong with my line because I ain't got time for that. The way my time is set up, I only got time for people that want to build. People that are building, not want to. I want to say this too. Let me add this too while I'm at. I'm on the road today. Might as well add this as well. I want you to get to the place, you billionaires. I want you to get to the place where you're no longer saying, I'm going to. That's got to quit. I'm going to do this. No, do it. And you don't have to have a conversation about it no more. See, I'm telling you, what changed for me, my key to success, I no longer have to talk about what I'm going to do. I just do it. That cuts out all why, because actions speak louder than words. How long have you been going to do it? How long have you been going to start your business? How long have you been going to start getting out of debt? How long have you been going to start anything? I'm telling you, once you get past the point that you're going to do it and you actually just do it, then it alleviates all the conversation. Now we're into action mode. We're into reaping from what we have sown mode. I want you to understand that your future is being purchased right now by your present. Stop going to do something and do it. All that came from belief? I guess so. Woo! Each of these qualities support each other. The more interest you generate, the more knowledge you gain. And the more knowledge you gain, the greater your emotional belief. Consequently, you will reflect more enthusiasm. Let me repeat that again. To create genuine enthusiasm. This is another thing that happens as you level up in your belief and your interest and your knowledge, as you gain more and more knowledge about that specific area of interest. Your level of understanding, your level of recognition, yeah, that's the word, recognition, goes to a heightened level. You begin to recognize people who are putting on for the city, right? You begin to recognize the real from the fake. You can tell very quickly this person is not genuine. This person, they got a smile, but that's something behind that smile. You're able to tell very quickly the real from the fake. And you'll stop being bamboozled by those who look like you, who talk like you, who you want to admire and may want to follow, but you realize they're fake. They've been bought. They're not genuine. They're selfish. All they want is your check. So when I ask things like this, I say, okay, all of these so-called economic leaders in our community, how much money have they helped you make? Get crickets. Nobody want to talk about this. How much money have they helped you make? They're in economics and finance and all this stuff. They ain't helped you make $1. Something wrong with that, don't you think? You've helped them make money, but have they helped you make money? We talk about group economics. That's group economics. We all win it. We all eat, not just this charlatan who stands on the top of the food chain who is eating all our little crumbs, and we're not eating. That's what I find wrong with the church. The pastor eating good, but the people who go to the church still groveling. Something wrong with that, don't y'all think? I mean, Jesus didn't sit there and sit up on top of the mountain, and he was riding on he was flying in jets and all that stuff. He was with the people. But for some reason, we are used to this. This society has got us to the point where we think that there has to be some master here on this earth. And we'll keep financing our own oppression, even by people who look like us. Because now it's like, oh, well, I'm pro-black. So as long as they're black, I'm going to support them. No. As long as they're genuine, as long as they're honest, as long as we have mutual interest in the benefit of both. Black people, y'all better wake up. To create genuine enthusiasm, we must combine a kindled interest. Look at that. A kindled interest and acquired knowledge with emotional impact of sincere, unequivocal belief. Each of these qualities supports the other. The more interest you generate, the more knowledge you gain. And the more knowledge you gain, the greater emotional belief. Consequently, you will reflect more enthusiasm. There's no question that enthusiasm based on interest, knowledge, and belief is the critical difference between success and failure. Wherever you find an outstanding success in business or the professions, you may be sure that behind that success is an individual who has applied the principle of enthusiasm. So enthusiasm, again, interest, knowledge, and belief. Interest. You're interested in it. You like it. You want to do it. You have a desire. It's got your attention. Knowledge. You're deciding, I'm going to learn all that I can about this one particular area. That's what happened for me. I got exposed to this thing called the stock market. I'm like, what's that? And people making money and they're doing it from their phone and all this stuff. I got interested in it. Then what did I do? I was interested enough. Everybody put console enough. I was interested enough to then go to a seminar. I didn't know what the hell they were going to be talking about. I just said I need to be there. So I was interested enough to go to a seminar, and then now I'm getting knowledge. And so my interest went to another level. I said, okay, now I got to go to the library, because we went to libraries back then. I don't know if I don't even know if libraries still exist, but I went to the library back then. And I'm showing my age, by the way. People don't go to the library. Anyway, went to the library, picked up some books, picked up some audio books, right? And I said, okay, well, I guess I'll start studying. Ain't nobody else going to teach me. Well, I'm going to rely on the wisdom of the ages. Now, here's the interesting thing. We all have access to the wisdom of the ages. But the problem is we're not all interested enough to simply read the wisdom of the ages to learn what we don't know. Which is why, good Lord said, hey, well, we're going to have teachers to help those who don't know how to do it for themselves. But when it comes to money, when it comes to building wealth, when it comes to getting out of debt, I've been there, done that. I can help you if you're interested enough to want to learn. You see how that works? If you're interested. I had somebody hit me up yesterday. Hey, can you help me? I got high interest rates and I got a large amount of debt. Yeah, I can help you if you're interested enough to want to learn. You know, I put people to the fire now. I do not have time to waste my time. Yeah, I don't have time to waste my time. I got to help enough brothers and sisters who want the help. If you don't want the help, get out the way, because I got to get to the next one. And I'm going to keep going and keep going and keep going. That's why my motto is, I'm changing our community, our economic, we're changing our community one fortune at a time. Change a fortune, I move to the next one. Change that fortune, move to the next one. I'm telling you, you start to recognize these people called time wasters in your life. You begin to level up and realize that even some people that's been close to you for a little while, it's time for you to let them go as well. Because they're holding you at that level. And you're ready to bust out. You're ready to, what I call, graduate. You're ready to promote yourself because of the interest that you have, because of the knowledge that you've acquired, and because of the belief that you have in yourself to be able to do it. How many guys right now are you saying you're ready to graduate? How many guys that are watching right now, you're feeling this message? You're like, he is talking to me. I'm ready. I've been ready to graduate. I don't know why I ain't crossed the stage yet. I don't know why I ain't got my certificate yet. I don't know why I can't turn my tassel over yet, but I'm ready to graduate. Enthusiasm is contagious. How many lamps are you going to light on your way to your destination? This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share with us what you learned today. What's your takeaway for today? We don't just do this just to do this. We do this to make a difference, and hopefully we made a difference in your life today. That there's been a seed that's been sown that you're going to drop down in your subconscious, and it'll take root. Good ground. Then you'll cultivate that thing over the next couple of days. You'll think about what we discussed, and you'll show a little interest. You'll go get some knowledge, and then you can start to build up on your belief. And now you are on fire every day. Basically, I'm asking you, was this worth your time and why? Was this worth your time and why? Your time you can't get back. Money you can always get. You'll lose it, you'll get it back. Time, not so much. So we don't take your time for granted. Now, I know I talk fast and you type, guys, so while you guys are sharing that, just want to say again, man, that we invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club. Why? Why am I going to preach this so much? Because I realized that it took a few. It only takes a few. The masses are going to do what the masses do. Absolutely nothing. But it's going to be the few who are going to change the world. This is how it always has been. This is how it will always be. The masses do what the masses do. I'm inviting you to step away from the masses, to step away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted, and get with people who are serious about winning with money and serious about success. Guess what, though? Just like Mr. Dennis Kimbro said, it's a choice. My mentor said that what's easy to do, $10 a month, that's easy to do. It's also easy not to do. He also said that some people will, some people won't. Most people simply won't. They won't get the $8 book. They just won't. They won't join the $10 a month club to change their life forever. They just won't. Why? Because they're simply not interested. They can talk all day long. They can complain as much as they want to complain. But when it comes down to actually fixing the problems in their life, they're simply not interested. And I hope that's not you. Ryan says, since joining, I started investing with Robinhood and Just Road and whole life insurance this past weekend and launched 3 affiliate marketing projects. It is inspiring. Absolutely. Since you joined, how long has that been, Mark? 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks? 3 weeks? I don't know. This is what happens when you get around people who are serious. You get around like-minded people. Now, here's the deal. You probably are around like-minded people right now. You're like-minded. Y'all like to smoke together. Y'all like to drink together. You like to party together. Like-minded. Like to talk about what's on TV. Like to talk about the Grammys. You're like-minded. Here's what I found. Most of y'all ain't talking about money or building wealth or actually really buying black. Like it's a good tagline. It's a good hashtag. It's good little profiles, good little stuff you put on, but I don't never see you promote anybody black. You probably talk about it, or you think about it, or you see it, you say, oh, that's good. But when it comes down to actually doing it, when it comes down to actually stepping away from the computer for a little bit and actually going exercising what it is that you have propagated to the world. When it actually comes to being real, oh no, who got time for that? What does it require? And one, it requires a decision. And what's that decision? A decision to change. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Join the club today. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar. I want you to remember this, guys, that it takes a village. And it starts with us. Let's build. Let's build. I'm looking for builders. Not talkers, not complainers, builders. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. I pray to God to preserve each and every one of you today. As you go out and you think about some of the things we discussed today, that you'll show some interest in that which it is that you say you want to do. You'll go out and get all the knowledge that you can on that particular subject, and you'll infuse that with the belief that you can do it. Until next time, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club with your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.